Hey, today we are going to be doing what's called Me and My Guitar, I believe. I've just seen a bunch of people do this shit on the internet, and I'm just like taking any excuse I can get to talk about just guitars for a little bit, which is actually kind of not something that I get to do a lot. People usually get bored like 15 seconds in. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about this. I know you've seen me with a couple other guitars. But this has been my like main ever since I was like a kid. It's my second guitar ever. And it's honestly the one that I still use the most to this day. And it's all fucked up, but I just love it. Until it breaks, I don't think I'll use anything else. So what is this? This is a Squire 50s classic vibe Telecaster in vintage blonde. I got this when I was 15. I saved up all year, that year, which would be 2017, to get this. It was not love at first sight. It was kind of narrow here, as like 50s necks tend to be. But like once you get used to it, it's actually kind of comfortable and like kind of forces you to be more chord focused, which for a guitar player, like like a lot of us, me included, in a past life, have like a tendency to go up here and start doing some bullshit. So I think like a narrower kind of area here, like just makes your hand kind of naturally rest around this area, and it just kind of like makes you, more like makes you kind of like more chord focused and like kind of makes you write songs, which is actually kind of a good skill to have, believe it or not. But yeah, as you can see, this probably doesn't look exactly like a fucking Squire 50s classic vibe and vintage blonde because there's been a couple changes, mostly aesthetic, honestly, but changes nonetheless. So you probably right off the bat you can tell the pickguard is all fucked up, and you might have seen that I used to have a different pickguard. Why did I change it? We'll get to that in a second. But so basically, this pickguard is the original. I believe it's 5-screw, 1-ply vinyl, just like they used to be in like the early Tellys. That said, I just like did some graphics on the computer, printed that out, and like just cut it into shape and like glued it with like a glue stick. And so I just put some contact paper on top and then just sprayed it with some lacquer. That's it, really. That's the same thing that I did with the previous one, except the previous pickguard was made with comic book cutouts from my collection from when I was a kid. I wasn't about to do that again, so I just printed something based on like a bunch of my drawings and just, The other thing that this has that isn't like stock is this neck pickup. This is actually like it's a Strat pickup. I kind of just like the telly shape, but the telly sound is a little bit too kind of thin for me. I kept wanting a little bit more like chunk on the notes and like the tone in general on most tellys that I've tried, if not all. And so I kind of just found out that like Strat pickups tend to do that a little better. I don't know if it's like the staggered pole pieces or I don't know. There's something about it, and it's just like I put this in there and just kind of changed my life. This is a regular Alnico 5 from a Fender Mexican made Strat. And this fucking nightmare here, this little boy, little bridge pickup. This is just a stock one that it came with. It's hot garbage. It's so fucking bright. Like I can't. It's unusable basically. Like listen to this shit. I mean, it sounds fine, but I just find myself never really using it. At most, I'll use it mixed with the neck pickup, so like to get that kind of funky tone. But like most of the time, I'm just on the neck pickup. Yeah, you've heard that probably. It's got these old style, I believe they're called F-style tuners, which is the one that just has the hole. So you have to cut the string before you put it in. Just put it in, then it's spin around. I actually kind of prefer these at this point. Just because I'm so used to them. Maple neck, bunch of lacquer everywhere with the classic Fender skunk stripe. 21 frets. It's whatever, you know. One string tray. I believe this is pine. Do not quote me on that. I don't give a fuck about tone wood. And the only other thing really is the knobs. It comes with flat top, and I just changed them for this like round thing from a different cheaper telly style thing that I have. There's no actual like purpose for this. I just felt like it, and they're actually just a little worse. But I don't want to take them. It's whatever. I mean, it's just fucking knobs. Like, when's the last time you used this motherfucker? Like, no, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, that's really about it. 11 gauge strings for the most part. The Darius. But yeah, it just sounds like a guitar. This is what you've heard on like probably I would say like 90% of my discography is this motherfucker here. And it sounds a little bit like this. You know? Yeah, just good old Telecaster. That's really about it. A lot of the time I'll just slap on capo. This is a standard G7 Nashville. I don't really use amps anymore at all. I have one just to fuck around with, but like that's just I could do without. I run into usually amplitude 5, though I kind of still love 3 a lot. Before that, it was Guitar Rig. And before that is like the fucking, I think it's called Hardcore thing on FL Studios, like a pedal board situation. But yeah. And then it's just kind of a lot of compression, like a lot of compression. I'm on a preset right now that kind of illustrates that very well. You can hear absolutely everything here. And it just keeps going. And you might think, oh, that's the sustain of the... No, it's the compression. Like the compressor. The actual guitar doesn't have much. If the sustain really, like, it chokes out most of the time because it's so... The frets are so fucked up. Because I kind of play really super mega hard. So if it... That is the compression. Because, like, it's, you know, worn out. So it really doesn't have anything going for it at this point. Regardless, it's kind of more of an emotional thing at this point, I guess. But I love it, and it just sounds like what I want it to sound. And to be honest, also just looks the way I want it to look. That's a big part of guitar because, you know, we listen with our eyes first and foremost. As much as we would like to think that, like, I don't know, it's the shape, it's the fret size, it's the wood. Oh boy. It's the look. It looks cool. It looks nice. That's really why I love the way it sounds, really. All right. Anyway, I guess I'll play you out with some bullshit that sounds like the usual. And I hope this was informative at all. Anyway, goodbye.